So yesterday we read the first part of Pop's Bridge, and what do you remember about that first part? Ruby?
That he has a friend named Charlie whose dad also works on the bridge, and the main character's dad is like a builder.
Okay. Today we're going to read the second part of the book. So our post-it notes are on page 11. If we can grab our post-it notes and open up to page 21 today. So I'm going to mark page 21 because that's where we're going to stop reading today. When you're ready, you can go back to page 12 where we left off. Remember to stop at your post-it note. So I can hear as you read.
And then he looks where I point. He's there, he's safe, Charlie gasps. The next day we find out that only the 2 of the 12 men in the water were saved.
So what happens in the part that you just read? I want you to think for a second. All right, I'm going to have you turn and talk to your partner. So Mona, I'm going to have you talk with Ruby, Norris, Charlie, and Ophelia. We can make a group of 3.
12 people fell off the Golden Gate Bridge and only 2 were saved. It's like
really
Ophelia.
cautious, like this may happen again.
What did you just read about? What did we share with our partners? Ruby?
I just read, I think the main part of this was not of this, but what we just read was how there were people falling into the water and they fall into the water and only 2 of them survived. So they had to put a safety net in, so if one of them fell, they would still get saved.
Charlie, you want to add to that?
I think that it wasn't the safety net that thing. I read it so that it was like the safety net came off, and then I don't think they threw it in, but maybe they threw it in.
So Charlie, go ahead and find the part and read it to us.
And then one day something terrible happens. Charlie and I are watching as the scaffolding pulls away from the bridge. There's a noise like a train wreck as the scaffolding crashes down into the safety net. The net tears loose and men go with it, twirling into the twirling tide. I can't breathe, I can't think. But then I look hard through the binoculars and I see Pop still on the bridge, his red kerchief, his red kerchief, whipping. Pop, I whisper in my relief. Beside me is Charlie screaming, "Where's my dad? Where's my dad?" We had seen him be working close to that scaffolding. I can't see him now.
Okay.
Like the scaffolding is too much weight in the safety net, which is surprising because it's supposed to hold people. That scaffolding is heavier.
Okay.
And that 12 men fall off, but only 2 survive. So that means 10 maybe drowned.
So what do Robert and Charlie do when the accident happens on the bridge? And how do they feel? Ophelia?
They feel sad because that they're before they search for their fathers. They feel sad because they could have been the ones that drowned.
Or worried. They probably feel worried or scared because the net fell off and 10 people were in the water, I think, and they were probably worried just like the 2 boys.
How does Robert feel when he thinks about the accident later?
He feels relieved, but also really, really upset because he's like, well, it's good that my dad is still alive, but the bridge broke, and now there might not be a way to build it up again. He feels worried, but also relieved.
we're going to share opinions with our partners and with each other about the second part of the story. And when we've talked about sharing our opinions, we know that giving reasons for our thinking is one of the most important things that we're going to do, okay? So when we share what we think or how we feel about something, that's when you're sharing your opinion, okay? And you might have different thoughts or opinions from different people who read this book. You might have different thoughts or opinions than your partners, okay? And that's okay. What's important is that you give reasons for your opinion. Okay? So when Robert's thinking back on the accident, he feels ashamed. A person who feels ashamed feels bad or maybe embarrassed about something that they did or something they said or something that they thought. Can you guys go ahead and turn to page 18? I want us to reread just page 18. Can we read? So why do you think Robert feels ashamed? You're going to discuss it with your partners first, okay? And share your opinions with your partner.
Like he feels ashamed because he realizes, oh, at first he thinks that Skywalkers are the best, and then he realizes there's equal work and danger for both Skywalkers and Painters.
I think he notices that, like, they're both a good chance of
Weird having your
falling and getting hurt or something. And so he finally realizes that it's
really weird.
that they're both like equal damage and
also
equal
probably,
danger and equal work for Skywalkers and for Painters.
So, would anyone like to share with the group their opinion about why do you think Robert felt ashamed? Norris?
Because, like I said in the book, equal work, equal danger for Skywalkers and for Painters, and it's italicized.
Okay.
I think he feels ashamed because he probably feels bad for the people who are like, who did get hurt and like maybe got really, really hurt, like, or maybe passed away.
I think you'd probably be like, maybe, I don't know, like, maybe he feels a little bit mad at himself for thinking one is better than the other. Because they're both the same. Well, not the same, but they're both similar.
Okay. What did you read on page 18 that made you think that?
He says, I finally understand and I feel ashamed. Equal work, equal danger for Skywalkers and for Painters.
So when you were rereading, I noticed that you said Skywalkers and for Painters. Why did you read it that way, or what do you think that means?
See, like, a lot of times that it's like a way of saying stuff. Like, when you come to your, I've heard it a lot of times in, like, Percy Jackson, where he's like, he comes, like, he meets someone, and then later on he notices that he meets a monster, and then they're, like, kind of, like, similar. Then he realizes the monster is the person. Like, it's kind of, I see it a lot when they come to their realization.
Okay.
Like, when they realize something.
So you said that in the text connection that you made, that there's a realization. What did you realize while you were reading this part?
I realized that he kind of, like, so, like, the whole book, he thought that his dad was only, like, his dad was doing the building. His friend's dad was only doing the painting, not as much. That's what he thought. But then he finally comes to, like, he realizes that they're both equally dangerous and both equally work. They're both equal work, so I think that's what he realizes.
So as readers, when we share and we discuss our opinions with each other, it helps us to think more deeply about what we're reading when we're able to build on each other and hear others' opinions. And so I want you to think, what went well today when you discussed your opinion with your partner? Ruby?
I think I have two things. One, like, we didn't have the same thing, so, like, when because I didn't think about what she said, and she said something, and we both had different answers, and also I think it was good because we didn't like talk in someone else's share, and we wouldn't be like, oh, that's so weird. We would like respect it.
So how is it helpful when we share different ideas with each other?
Someone like one of them they both get to learn different things, and like if I didn't think about that, I probably wouldn't have understood it.